Alright lads, so I know lots of people right now are currently summoning on the swimsuit banner. We will have our swimsuit summons go out later today, so make sure you are subscribed for that. But for now though lads, for our first video of the day, we do have this month's dev comment, and it is actually quite a good one. We now officially have a date of when we are going to be getting the 10 times soul ticket update. Extreme Cop is getting 5 times soul ticket, and there is a long awaited quality of life that I think a lot of people are going to be excited to hear about regarding the gift box system. So with that said, let's have a look what Caleb have to say this time round for this month's dev comment for the month of June. So reading from the top, thank you for playing Bleach Brave Souls. This is the development team. We recently started round 1 of the Brave Souls 7th anniversary countdown campaign to celebrate the game's 7th anniversary. Regarding our previous comments around the accessories, we have included a free 5-star accessory machine and a free 10 times accessory summon as part of round 1's campaign to try and make it easier for us to obtain 5-star accessories. They did mention that, I believe, last month, maybe even the month before that, but that they do want to, make it easier for us to get 5-star accessories, and that's definitely true. It has become quite easier for the most part. You can outspend orbs in the accessory banner at a 5% rate. Still don't recommend most people do that, but it is now an option. Previously, it was never an option. And at the same time, whenever they do decide to go as free multis like they recently just did, the free multis also do come at a 5% rate, making it so you have a pretty decent chance of getting something new. I know I walked away with a long-awaited accessory, and accessories I was hunting for the last 6 years, so I can't complain about it, and I feel like this is definitely it's a very nice change, honestly, and the fact that they're doing it now for the first part of the anniversary countdown to the anniversary is already setting this anniversary up to be a pretty good anniversary, at least in my opinion. Speaking of anniversary, they do mention here that, as explained in the game notice, this campaign will have 7 rounds in total. So personally, I love it when gacha games do that, when they just make the number based on like the anniversary. So we have 7th anniversary, we have 7 rounds. They give us 7 free multis, for example. I love it when they do stuff like that. In this case, yeah, we have 7 rounds to this entire anniversary. Now, it technically has started. The anniversary hasn't officially started just yet. We are still in the countdown, but we are currently on round 2. So, the countdown to the anniversary, those rounds that we have are included in the actual anniversary, campaign itself, the overarching campaign. Round 1 gives us the free multis and the guaranteed 5-star, and round 2 is now currently giving us a free guaranteed swimsuit character, which again we'll do later today, and also 2 times IZ and a rich shopping zone, which again is pretty exciting considering that the anniversary hasn't even started yet. So I have some high expectation here, lads, that they might give us something good for the anniversary. Then they also mention here, I know it's kind of cut off from the screen, but they do mention that they do read the feedback and they just can't respond to everyone to make it fair. But they just want to reiterate that because they do understand that people are fed up. I know you get some commentary now and there's like, K-Lab doesn't listen to our comments. They do read it. It just really comes down to if they want to actually listen to the feedback and do what, you're potentially asking for. But either way, enough of the chit chat. Let's talk about this month's actual dev comments. And again, we have some pretty exciting ones. So number 1, changes to the number of usable soul tickets. We are planning on adding an option that will allow players to use 10 times soul tickets in sub-stories, chronicle quests, and events. This change is scheduled to be implemented during the update in July. So there we go. Actual confirmation, lads. 10 times sold tickets is coming this July as expected. I mean, when they first announced it, I did say, lads, it's going to come out for the anniversary, and we can see that right there. I believe this update is going to drop a few days before the anniversary or literally on the anniversary day, which is going to be pretty exciting because we also are going to get a 7th anniversary point event. So having the 10 times sold ticket option on the point event is definitely good for a lot of, point event grinders. At the same time, we have confirmation that it is going to be for the point event, chronicle quest, and also sub-stories. So sub-stories is kind of a weird one. I mean, does anyone need to do 10 times soul tickets and sub-stories? I don't think so, but it is, I guess, nice that you do get the option. Chronicle quest is definitely a nice thing that it is included. The main thing here is that when it came to this, is that it needed to include chronicle quests and point events, and we can see that now it does include those 2 game modes, which is great. It means these 2 game modes that you do grind every single month, it now means you can do that a lot quicker. You're still going to be selling a lot of the same amount of soul tickets. Like, the soul ticket change isn't changing whatsoever. You still are spending the same amount of soul tickets, but it now means that it isn't going to take that much time. Maybe if you only have like 10 minutes to spare on BBS for a day, you can log in, bang out your 50 soul tickets in any of those given game modes, and then now you're done for the potential day. 12 hours, you can come back when your soul tickets do fully recharge. And the fact that it does include Chronicle Quest is definitely nice because Chronicle Quest is still lacking a severe it's lacking quality of life for the most part. Chronicle Quest is still in a bad state. It's one of the most neglected parts of the game right now, and it definitely does need to get changed. And this isn't a change specifically to Chronicle Quest. It's more so just a buff that's coming to the game that Chronicle Quest just happens to be included in. This isn't solving the problems that Chronicle Quest has right now regarding the bonus characters. They're super outdated. Some of them are just terrible. They need to change that. They need to increase the drop rate too. So while this does mean that we can farm Chronicle Quest quicker, we'll still spend the same amount of tickets. So I do want to see maybe sometime in the future Chronicle Quest still get a buff, because even though there's a great change to Point Event and Chronicle Quest, it's still not enough to make Chronicle Quest a somewhat enjoyable game mode. But the main thing to take from this is that it is coming out in July, which again is exciting. Number 2, the addition of use 5 soul tickets option in Extreme Co-op and 7th Extreme Co-op. So do keep in mind, this was again announced back, 3 or so months ago. We did cover on the channel. Rarely anyone even noticed it because it was kind of just under the radar for the most part. They just offhandedly mentioned it in the Bonka livestream. But they did say around 3 months ago, they are considering adding 5 times Extreme Co-op. And now we have it confirmed, 5 times Extreme Co-op, lads, is coming, and it's also coming this July. So for those that want to, take part in the 5 times Extreme Co-op for the very first time, make sure you do get into 3rd Sea, at least 3rd Sea, because that's the better one. You don't really want to touch 7th Sea Extreme Co-op. Get in there by the end of the month so you can actually participate in this, because it's actually pretty cool. Now let's continue reading it. So in order to increase the number of editing brushes you can obtain at once, we are adding the, use 5 times soul ticket option for Extreme Co-op and also 7th Sea Extreme Co-op. We received this suggestion from a lot of players, so we've decided to include it in the game. Thank you to everyone for their feedback. So I'm pretty excited about this because Extreme Co-op was definitely severely outdated. Even nowadays, with the bro quest and stuff like that, it just made no sense why it was still 1-time soul ticket. And even when I was doing it last month, just to do the exchange shop, right? Even though I'm altering, it was still just boring as hell. It was terrible, right? With this change, it's definitely going to make, just maxing out the shop a lot easier. You could spend just one day. You can spend 50 soul tickets, literally within the course of an hour, half an hour even. Spend 50 soul tickets and you should get enough medals to pretty much be done for the entire week if you're only focusing on trying to finish the exchange shop from Extreme Co-op. Because there is 5 times soul tickets, and because again it's only going to take you less than an hour to finish that, I do think they should update the exchange shop just to make it a lot better. They don't mention that here. They could do it, it's not guaranteed they don't do it, but I do hope the exchange shop for Extreme Co-op does get updated a tad bit just to make it more worthwhile, because right now you're going to finish the exchange shop in the course of half an hour, 15 minutes with the 5 times soul ticket option. In addition to that, this is going to be quite fun because, as you know, Extreme Co-op, other than the fact that you can get editing brushes, a lot of people farm Extreme Co-op to get the attribute specific accessory summon tickets. So if you're maybe missing let's say you're going for a tech or chappy like I was for the last couple of years, you could farm that quest, and a lot of people would do one quest, back out if you didn't get the extra shade, for example, and you would keep doing that. Now with 5 times soul ticket option, you could technically still back out and stuff like that, but I feel just going through the entire quest with the 5 times soul tickets, taking that risk, you should, if you have the if you have the willpower to spend a lot of soul tickets here, you could actually walk away with a lot of summon accessory tickets for specific attributes. It might be easier now to get a specific accessory from a particular attribute with this new system, because 5 times runs is quite a few runs, right? It's a 5 times run increase. It's kind of crazy. Plus, if you have the pass, again, 6 runs overall, it's going to allow you to get a lot of editing brushes, Hogakus, and also those accessory summon tickets a lot faster compared to how you get it right now. So again, a very good quality of update. No complaints there. 2 for 2 so far. Caliber killing it right now. And let's look at the 3rd one. Quality of life improvements to events. This one's crazy, kind of. It's actually really good, actually. A lot of players have pointed out that rewards from events being sent to the gift box makes collecting these rewards very time consuming. To solve this issue, all items obtained from the lotteries, the point event reward system, and the exchanges will be sent to the player instead of the gift box. Sorted. Beautiful, Caleb. This is great. This is great. A lot of people, myself included, farm a lot of point event. And if you farm a lot of it, you'll literally be sitting there collecting your gift box for an hour plus. It's stupid. It was annoying. It didn't need to be like that. And this right here is literally a perfect change for that. I'm kind of curious now what is actually going to go to our gift box. But the fact that it instantly just goes into your account, it's going to just be so nice because it's going to be, it's more organized. Your gift box isn't going to be full of crap from this point event, for example. And at the same time, it just means you don't have to sit there. After you do a big point event grind, you don't have to sit there for an hour collecting your gift box, just spamming the collect all button, right? This is nice. A lot of people wanted the collect all button that just collects everything. We ain't getting that. we said we're getting something better, just everything isn't getting sent to the gift box. So that's actually a really, again, nice quality life change, especially for those that do like to go ham on these current point events. And with 10 times soul tickets coming out, I feel like right now is actually the best time to implement that. So again, good job, K-Lab. But keep in mind, this one isn't planned for July. 5 times Extreme Cup, the 10 times soul tickets, those two are for July. This does not mention a date, so we have to maybe wait. This might be an August type of update. So unfortunately, even though I said like it's coming in time for 10 times soul tickets, you know, if you do decide to grind for the anniversary with a 10 times soul ticket point event, you know, you still have to go through the struggle of unfortunately collecting your gift box. But hopefully it does come out in July, but there's no mention here if it's actually coming out in July, so probably expect it sometime August. And then lastly, this one's kind of just like weird. I'm not even sure what this entirely means. If permits to the screen UI, players have told us that the current UI makes it difficult to see which character power-up material they own. We are planning to improve the UI to make it easier to check. For example, we are planning on adding a 0 next to the power-up materials that players do not possess. So, I guess that's nice. Is this really a problem? Maybe. I guess it is. I'm not too sure. Doesn't really matter. This one's kind of just air. But the other three, again, very nice quality life updates, right? 10 times soul tickets for sub-stories, chrono quests, and events. 5 times soul tickets for Extreme Cup, and also the rewards that we get from the point event and any quest in general is just going straight to your account. No longer does it have to go to the gift box. So overall, just really good quality of life updates coming our way in the coming month and next month potentially. We should potentially get more news regarding this on the Bunker live stream. Might even get more special news on the Bunker live stream, potentially regarding a new game mode, maybe if Caleb want to do that. I know right now their focus is fixing the core part of the game, which I don't mind, but, you know, if they can, you know, balance it out, give us some nice quality of life updates with your new potential game modes or event, that's going to be really fun, and I'm looking forward to the 7th anniversary Bunker live stream, which should be happening sometime next month. With that said, lads, that was the video for today, just going over this month's dev comments. Let me know what you're most excited for. For me, it's probably... honestly, it's probably 5 times Extreme Cup, mainly because I just haven't done Extreme Cup in a very long time, and this might actually make me play it. The gift box update and also the 10 times soul ticket update is great, don't get me wrong, but Extreme Cup is something that I basically have been avoiding for the last year, so being able to play that now is something I'm looking forward to. With that said, hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.